Hey, this is Sam Black with my fourth match with Dredge in Modern. I'm on the draw, and I have a hand that I'm keeping because I have Neonate and Golgari Grave Troll, but it's worth noting that this hand is worse than it would otherwise be because I have these two prized amalgams, which means that I can't randomly find them when I'm milling, and I don't have another way to discard them yet. I would really like to draw a Faithless Looting, but because I have 3 lands, it's not that bad, because on turn 3, there's a reasonable chance that I'll have Dredged to Faithless Looting and can use that to discard the prized amalgams. So there's good news and bad news about this hand. Mostly it's good. If I'm playing against Storm or some more normal deck with blue and red in it. I think I want to do this now. Even though I have 2 prized amalgams, I think it's still best practice to give myself the outs. It'd be pretty funny if my opponent Pyroclasm's there or something, but... Alright, so I hit a Faithless Looting and a Bloodghast, so that's all good. But I did not hit anything else that has Dredge, so... Slightly, I think I'm sufficiently incentivized to Life from Loam here, but let's start with an attack. Get Bloodghast back. It's worth noting that in a spot like this, where I know that at some point in the future I'm going to be putting 2 prized amalgams in the graveyard, there is a consideration to just leaving Bloodghast in the graveyard so that you can get those prized amalgams back, like so that you know that you have a way to do that. But in this case, because I'm going to have to play my land for the next turn, then Faithless Looting, it wouldn't be until the turn after that that I'd be getting Bloodghast back, and by then I'm sure I'll find another way to get the amalgams, and it's just giving up too much damage to wait that long. So now I'm going to sack this so that I have a land that I can loam back. Obviously I could cast Loam for nothing, but it's just better to cast it for something. I'll just get a mountain here. And I'll get this. If my opponent counters this, that would be delightful. Perfect. Did not care at all about actually getting the Bloodstained Mire. I'd almost rather my opponent not know that I have the other land. Dredge this just to be dredging. And now I'm going to play Mountain and flashback Life from Loam, or I mean flashback Faithless Looting. this prized amalgam is going to return these other two prized amalgams, and that's going to be pretty great. Or at least one prized amalgam. I might discard Grave Troll. Okay, so the question is, do I want to get two prized amalgams in play and just attack with that? Or do I want to discard Grave Troll so that I can dredge more? I think the answer is that it doesn't matter very much. And also, I'm going to just discard the prized amalgams because I think that they are going to just give me enough power without needing to be dredging more. It's also good that these things aren't coming into play until the end of my opponent's turn, meaning that my opponent is in this awkward spot where if they anger the gods, then two prized amalgams come into play at the end of the turn and I still just get to attack for 6. But if they wait, then I'm attacking for 12, and that's a really bad spot for them. Good luck with that ancestral vision. Bolt a prized amalgam with two prized amalgams coming into play to bring that one back. Unlikely the best possible line. Probably should have waited on that bolt. Alright, that all went well. Now I bring in Thoughtseize out of respect for Rest in Peace. And I'm going to cut one of these for sure. By Lightning Axe. Just deck more salvage. Let's see. This is a little slow. Not horribly slow, but a little slow. And it has a bit of a spell snare problem. And I'm on the draw, so it also has like a mana leak or a mana problem. So I think I should mulligan. This one's a little awkward, but I really like that I have a Thoughtseize. The Tormenting Voice can, if I find a land, then try to find something to let me actually do stuff. No, this is too bad. I need to find a land, which isn't that big of an ask, but after that, then I still need to find a Dredge card. And I have like all these things that I don't want in my hand. Now I'm back to a bad version of the first hand where I need to find a land, but I'm on 5 cards, so There's more of a cost to going down, but I think this one still has all the same problems. Not enough upside. I think it's better to just hope to spike a hand with the looting. This is atrocious. These are cards I actively would rather have in my deck than in my hand. And I guess I'll keep this. And because Narcomoeba is not in my hand, this hand is probably better than the last one. Put this on top, it's the perfect card. It would be really awesome if I win this game. I don't think that I will, but it would be very, very awesome. So this is going to get Stomping Ground. I'll just discard both Bloodghasts. Now the problem is, if I draw a land, I can't actually cast Tormenting Voice because I don't have another card to discard. But I do get both Bloodghasts, and now next turn, if I draw a Dredge card, we kind of get to just start doing it. Interesting. So now I could just play land and flashback Faithless Looting. Or I could Tormenting Voice and discard my land and draw 2. If I play Tormenting Voice, I end up with two new cards in my hand and nothing else. If I play Wooded Foothills and Flashback Faithless Looting, I end up with 3 lands in play. And okay, so I think I'd rather have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I think I have Tormenting Voice. I think I'd rather have a card in hand than a land in play at this point. Especially if Faithless Looting is not in my graveyard. And I guess I'll play the Neonate. I think my opponent should have killed the Neonate instead of Bloodghast. So now I cast Faithless Looting. To discard a Dredge card and keep a land. Alright, well, I can keep the land, play Bloodghast, and have Faithless Looting for later, so that seems fine. Now 2 Bloodghasts come in. And I think I'm going to lose this game to Geist of St. Draft, but I think that this was good enough to show, yeah, I'm dead, why I mulliganed as much as I did. Like, this was a 2-card hand, and I was able to play a game of Magic. It's a game that I lost because I was on the draw and my opponent had Geist. But my functionality was hindered by not having a full hand, but not crippled. This draw could have beaten some draws from my opponent's deck. Alright, so if my opponent is on Geist of St. Draft, I think I want to be on Not at the Bone. No, kind of replaces Conflagrate, and let's cut Tormenting Voice because I'm afraid of Spell Snare and stuff. Maybe it's just better to cut Life from Loam. It's slow and my opponent's trying to race. I do kind of like to keep any Faithless Looting hand, but this is a particularly bad one. Like, I get to put some things in the graveyard, but if they're not good things, then I don't really have anything going on. I do get to flash it back, giving me more shots at finding a good thing, but at that point it's pretty late. I'm gonna mulligan, but I don't love it. I think this is a more defensible keep than a lot of the ones I mulliganed last game. This hand is not functional in any way. Has nothing going for it. This hand is good. Great. So as you can see, it's very good to mulligan very aggressively with this deck. You need the right cards, you don't need number of cards. If your hand doesn't work, just take another shot. Oh, I should have, well, I guess I wanted to draw this Faithless Looting, so it does make sense to not dredge there. That was probably actually right. Alright, so now I'll attack. And I'm going to sacrifice this. I want to do things on my turn because I'd like to find a land. Discard this thing. Dredge it. I'm in an interesting spot, I guess, because I said I want to find a land, and that's true. Oh, I can just dredge Dakmar Salvage. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Dredge this, dredge this. Discard this and this. Get that back. And I even have a life from Loam so that I can dredge that and cast it next turn to get more lands to get to the point where I can Faithless Looting again. So this is all just carving out perfectly. Hitting that Dakmar Salvage was so good. I think I even boarded down to 1 and just spiked it. So very lucky. Please don't rest in peace. Okay, good. I was worried when I saw the other phone. That I don't care about. That lightning bolt was literal gain 3 life. This one. This one and this one. Attack. in a spot where I'm going to have to cast Bloodghast ever, so I don't need a second black, so I'll play Stomping Ground. There's Geist, but it's unlikely to be fast enough at this point. I have a Gnaw. I don't need more lands right now. I'm going to Dredge Grave Troll. How many creatures are in my graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to attack. If I had enough creatures in my graveyard that I didn't think my opponent could ever kill me if I resolved a Gnaw, I might just do it while my opponent definitely can't counter. But as is, I think it's better to just Faithless Looting and keep improving my situation this way. Dredge this. Dredge this. Discard this and this. Yes, I want to return this. I think I want to play the land. There's an argument against, but I think I want to play the land and not return the Bloodghasts. Because I want to split the difference between playing around Graveyard Hate and playing around Anger. Might as well block here. I don't think the Narcomoeba does anything for me. Dredge Loam. Now I threaten to attack. My opponent could potentially buy time with Cryptic, but then my opponent's tapped out, and I can Loam Conflagrate for lethal. Yep, and that's what's happening. So this is a tap draw, and now I Loam back 3 lands. Which puts me at 7 cards in hand. Bang. Alright. That was sweet.